Parking lot harassment is at an all-time high. Watch your steps and be extremely careful. There's a lack of care for the lives of certain people. When you try to walk throughout a parking lot, you get harassed and followed, and people meet you right where they are with their vehicle, like this guy right here, or a woman, looks like a man, I can't tell, but that's her license plate. If you saw it, watch out for her. She's not a safe driver. They want to intimidate you and instill fear, and basically while you're out just try to ruin your time by making you feel unsafe. So I just went to the manager and I spoke to them, and I was just like, hey, can you make sure that you are paying attention to what your shoppers are doing when they come to your store, because it's a whole bunch of bullies in the parking lot, and that follows into the store as well. And I know I just made a video about stores recently, but it's just the experience, and I talk about whatever I want. When you're in a parking lot, people shouldn't be waiting for you to walk out. As soon as you walk out in the parking lot, they start their car, trying to instill fear, trying to intimidate you. These are lowlifes, and they obviously want your attention. All right, and it's just annoying, because it really makes you want to like hurt the person. It makes you want to do something to their vehicle, and then you end up getting arrested if you do that, or you end up going to jail possibly. And if you do that, you better not get caught. But they have a lack of respect for your life, and having that happen to you multiple times a day, most of the time when you go out or when you're out, as a person that's just trying to handle their business, it can be extremely difficult. So that's why you have to be extremely careful. You have to be extremely careful. If you don't have people watching out for you, you have to watch out for yourself. And the fact that it when it happens, it makes you want to pick something up and just launch it at them. Just pick it up and just throw it at their window and watch all the glass shatter in their face and watch them get cut and everything. But that's beside us. That's beneath us. We don't behave that way. It's best to see if you could do something about it, like I did. I just went to the lady at the register, blah 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 blah, whatever. But at least if you tell them and something does happen, at least you're on record, because some of these people aren't going to be so scary. All right, they're scared. They're punks. They're the biggest wussies out here, and they wait till they get behind their dog, or they wait until they get into their vehicle, and then that's when they feel safe. They don't feel safe. They don't feel safe when they're right around you or anything like that, because that's when you have the power to intimidate them. They're really scared and afraid, and they let you know that by how they act. Who waits to start their car as soon, and it's hella noise campaigns. Who waits to get into their car to start it is when somebody's walking past. You shouldn't be waiting until you get into your you shouldn't be waiting till you get into your vehicle to start it just because somebody else is present or there. But they get a kick out of it. They enjoy it. When you have sorry, sad, miserable people like this, the only thing that is really readily available for them to enjoy is somebody else's misery. And you don't want to get caught up in that, because it's theirs, it's not yours. But one thing the devil loves to do is try to use his problems to create one for you. And another day, another devil. I wanted to hold off on saying that because I didn't want to speak that into my reality. But some things you speak into your reality and some things you don't. Some things may be made up of your your subconscious, conscious mind. You may have to clear some things out. Maybe you're holding on to some negative beliefs, and maybe that's why this is the reason these things are happening. But it's hard to believe that just because I'm thinking a certain way that these things keep happening. And that's true. Sometimes you think a certain way and it attracts certain things to you. It magnetizes certain things to you. Excuse the noise campaign. They see me on my phone and talking, so they want to be loud. But it's real troublesome when you are on edge and you feel like doing something to someone because they keep doing something to you, whether they acknowledge it or not, or whether they realize it or not, or whether they act like they're doing it or not. You feel it because the frustration is there, and you're so upset that you could possibly react and make the wrong decision. And over time, that's pretty much, if you don't have a good control of yourself, that could possibly end up happening. It's happened to me plenty of times, and I still behave in ways that I wish I wouldn't. But when you really look at it, you're under a certain amount of pressure. You still have to move a certain way, because nobody's going to care. Police aren't going to care. Oh, they act like they were going to hit me. Oh, they waited till I was about to cross the street and then drove up right up next to me and stopped within 2 inches of my life. It's not. No one's going to really care unless you get these things on camera. So sometimes it's best to, like I said previously, pull your camera phone out, because that'll help too. That's another thing, and I'm not going to stop saying that. Record these folks. But going and saying something to like a manager, a owner, somebody in a higher position, at least you're on record for saying what happened. At least you're on record for stating your case. So if something does happen, God forbid, at least you tried to warn people. You tried to say something to people. You tried to resolve the issue. But with people like this who are on assignment, there's really nothing that could be resolved. These people work for the devil. These people are evil as hell, and they just don't mind behaving this way. They don't mind rattling you up, getting you upset, causing a problem for you, and trying to get you put in jail. Because it's only so much a person can take. It's only so much a person can take, and they know this. It's a part of that program. It's meant to make you freak out. It's meant to make you get upset after the third or fourth time. And I wouldn't be surprised if they have you on a database or some app to where they're sending it and texting it to each other and saying, this is the one that you target, this is the one that you harass. Because it sure seems that way. You can't just have the same occurrences with multiples of random people every day. It's like, okay, new person, same situation, new day, new day, same devil. Another day, another devil. And that's really all it is to it. You have the normal things that you have to do every day. You have things that you have to take care of, and you have devils who can't mind their business, who are more worried about you than themselves, that don't want to see you complete those tasks or complete those goals or go about your day in a positive way. So videos like this are important. Having a proper mindset is important. Not throwing rocks at people's cars is important. Even though sometimes you want to feel that way, sometimes it's probably best to just walk around and hold a brick. Sometimes like they make you feel like you could throw a rock at their car. They make you feel like you could throw a rock right at their car and break their window and just walk away like it's nothing, because no one knows the amount of harassment that you had to deal with prior to this point. All they see is somebody acting out, misbehaving, and running amok. So you definitely don't want to be labeled as that. All right, they're gonna see what you do before they see what they do. I was working at a job one time, And there was this dude, he was a hater. And the manager, I told the manager what this dude did because something bad was about to happen if I didn't. So I took the right route instead of the how I feel, act off of my reaction or emotion route, because that could have possibly landed me someplace where I didn't want to be at. And it wasn't even that serious. But anyway, I went and said something to the manager, and he was like, the person who retaliates is the one that always gets caught. So he said, young man, I'll take note of this. He said, don't do anything back. He said, I didn't see him, but he was like, I'll check the camera. I'll take your word for it. The person who retaliates is the one that always gets caught. So if you can do your best to not retaliate and let these devils devil, like I say a lot on this channel, eventually they'll just end up getting caught. Eventually they'll just end up being known for who they truly are, a piece of garbage. So what do you do with garbage? You throw it away. Don't let these people dirty up your energy, your aura. Don't let them dirty up how you feel about yourself. And don't let them get you into trouble. That's the one thing they love to do. They love to get you in trouble. Love to have you out here looking crazy. Love to have you in an irate, angry, upset state so they could just pull off, drive off, and laugh. And you think that people who seem to have something going for themselves wouldn't behave in this type of way. But this type of behavior isn't beneath anybody. All right, somebody could have a house chariot, or what they call it, a horse and carriage, buggy, whatever the hell you want to call it. They can have all that and still be involved in this type of behavior. So when you're in parking lots, be careful. If people start their engine when you walk past their car, just let them go. Let them go wherever they have to go. You walk into a store, people are trying to rush and get in there before you. Don't try to get in there before them. I know how that feels. It's like, why are they worried about me? Why are they focused on me? Why can't they just mind their business and leave me the hell alone? Just let them walk into the store. You're not in a race with anybody. There's no first place medal for entering the convenience store or the grocery store or whatever store. There's no first place medal for getting your things and getting in line or grabbing what you need before the next person. There's no medals for that. We're not in the Olympic. We're not in the Shoppers Olympics, but might have to make a title with that too and clown them hoes, because that's what they're treated like. They're treated like it's the Shopper Olympics. So you have people who are trying to throw you off your pivot. You got to stay on point. You got to keep your head on the swivel. You can't give into your anger. All right, you can't give into your anger, because the way they'll make you feel, they'll make you want to drill them. All right, so you definitely don't want to give into that. You want to give into something that is going to help you just release, detach, focus on better things. And that's why it's important to go after goals and dreams, so that way, or at least do something positive with your life, so that way you can have something to switch your mind off of when you stay in an environment where you have people that want to treat you this way. May not be anything you could do about their behavior, but like I always say, there's something that you could do about yours. What do you do with garbage? You throw it out. You don't keep it. You don't hold on to it. You don't mix it in with the non-garbage items. So don't allow them to mix your mind up or your thoughts up with negativity. They're evil, yes. So what? You got to get over it. And another good thing that you can do is, it sounds crazy, but try to view them as friends, because what their behavior does to you unknowingly is it causes you to create enemies in your mind. All right, enemies in your mind by wicked works. All right, when a man's ways please the Lord, even his enemies find ways to be at peace with him. You have to find a way in your mind to not be upset or aggravated by these people, so that way your ways can be pleasing. Your ways can be pleasing to you, So, and that way your ways won't be a problem to you. All right, this has just been another short DruTube video. All right, I hope you enjoyed this. Check out my longs, check out my other videos. I may be going live a little later today. Thank you everybody for your support. I hope you're having a good day, a blessed day, and don't let these people startle you or rattle you. If you're startled at first, if they're startling you or they're causing you to panic or make your heart beat fast or whatever the hell it is they do when they try to run up on you, you're gonna get used to that. After a while, that's gonna go away, and the fear behind their actions, that's gonna go away. So you don't have anything to be afraid of, and you don't have anything to worry about, because sooner or later, you're gonna realize that they're the ones that are afraid of you, and that's why they're trying to make you scared of them by behaving in ways that intimidate and cause fear. So I'd like to thank you for watching this video. Pound the like button, pound the share button. Don't forget to subscribe, and you already know, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.